Hello and welcome back to Pyre. Thank you for rejoining me. Just double checking to make sure I have the subtitles on this time. I do, for the small parts that actually do have voiced sections. And we're just going to jump right back in here. And we'll continue our journey. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east the same way you are headed. You consider where to search for him. Gluhive. Hedwyn thinks the missing minstrel could have taken the route opposite to the one you took. Fall Flat. Jodariel believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route you took earlier. Well, I'd like to go to the place I haven't been to yet, so we're gonna take that route. Although, honestly, I'm not sure it would matter. It would have mattered which one you chose. You'll see. As you travel through the dusty wastes of Gluhive, Hedwyn seems more ill at ease than usual. There is no sign of the missing minstrel. Gluhive, the north route across the Jomora Valley. The lifeless carapace of Violanthius still looms. Sorry about this, Jody. I had a hunch he must have come this way. Would that our hunches could be more dependable. But do not fear. We shall find him yet. Sounds like a hunch to me. More of a promise. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they refused to say much more for now. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming! They're coming for us! We have to be ready. We have to! Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Is there really nothing to... no one to speak to? Okay, I guess not. Jody's sharpening things. Talking to the scribes. Ray's talking to the scribes. I'll just double check here. I will find that there's nothing new. Even though I should know that it needs to be sparkling, I just can't help it. Anything else around here I can click on? No. No? Alright. Prepare for the night. Something is approaching, and you and your fellow exiles need to be ready for it. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What's she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Then what are we going to do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Ray. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rights. Hedwyn turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to be with you. I will do it, mister! Please, you have to let me. And the scribes. They will protect me, I know they will. Jodariel exchanges looks with Hedwyn. Each of them nods to you as if to signal their approval. Ray intends to help fend off the Howlers. Nothing but to prepare for them, I suppose. Toggle aim assist in the options menu. That's something to consider if I have trouble. Howling sound. It means they're here! Oh, by the scribes, they're here! Okay, little tiny things. Probably a little more dangerous than they look. Okay. So I can touch them with my aura, that's good. Seems pretty effective. Oh, missed. Hop, hop, hop. Curious about those little auras that pop out. More, I think. There's many more? Oh, here they come! Here they come! Oh gosh, they're really high up there. Get him, Ray! Ray to the right! Ah! Lets him through. There we go. Is that it? Is it over now at last? It is, I think it is. Oh, those poor and wretched beasts. Huh? Just then, Ray spots something creeping toward her. Who? What? Ferocious creature. A tiny thing. That's kind of adorable. While holding B, release may see a flash to power cast an exile's aura for a faster attack. Ah, that's what that means. The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Ray. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. He is so cute! Scree! He's a drive imp, okay. Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Scree! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by drive imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Scree! The drive imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. You sense some pattern in the drive imp's screeches. He seems welcoming of this. The drive imp seems to have history with your black wagon. You are beginning to understand him. Oh god, he's so cute. The drive imp recognizes you as the new leader of the Night Wings. He is pleased to meet you. You can now understand this unusual drive imp. The drive imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other drive imps stare at him with something like reverence. The drive imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Yes, welcome him aboard. Let's. Ooh, he seems to have something on his mind. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Kiri! Kiri! Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. Okay, I'll stop that now. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the... he has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off toward his brethren settled in the wagon's rafters. Carrying on. Lick Sand, an arid southern pass toward the ominous Cairn of Haub. Your new imp friend seems insistent that you take this path bearing east. Hedwyn orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the dusty wastes of Jomoer Valley. There's something on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out toward whomever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Tizo! It is good to see you. And you found the others, even faster than expected. Tizo. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's Black Wagon. That's his name! Oh, Tizo. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello. We have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? I am a client, Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Will that be all right? Hedwyn and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, Minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. Tariq the Lone Minstrel. He appears to be a traveling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. The Lone Minstrel returns to the Black Wagon with your fellow exiles. lone minstrel rejoined the group. Yes, onward. The Cairn of Hobe is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. Cairn of Hobe. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The accursed imp here felled with the mighty bone titan, Shaq's 6 shoulders. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon. At your leisure. Ooh, the slug market's here. And a new page in the book. White lute, the lone minstrel Tariq's musical instrument, with which he chronicles great deeds through song. Yes, the book. The rope collar. The rope collar. In the words of Go Galathanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend, if only he could grasp it, whispered in his ear that Kaelma Ropecollar, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. He was a simple and yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. The lone minstrel seemed to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Night Wings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Night Wings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Which piece of music do you wish to hear? Aha! A little jukebox, as it were. Ah, that's nice. Alright, cool. I definitely have to play around with that some other time. To the slug market. Oh, hey guys. Fancy running into you this side of the sand. Yeah. So what can I do for you? Ron, how'd you make it all this way ahead of us? Hey, come on now, Mr. Greentail. Can't just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such a good customer and all, is provide for you a little sample of a little something you might like. Here, check it out. Seeing as you bought that Mooncrest thinger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this. And I got more if you want. You received a pinch of stardust. It does seem useful. Consumable item. Raise the rank of certain talismans by +1. That seems very valuable. A shimmering substance with mystical properties, said to come from the heavens themselves. Okay, here we are. This is what I was interested in. So I would like to see what this will do to this talisman. Plus 3%, 33%. Well, that's not nothing. It might even be considerable. Well, I have some money now, don't I? Lucrative contract. Okay, some of the similar things he's had before. That's kind of nice that it's likely he'll have some of the same items. Absolutely. Ha. I know you're going to like that stuff, guys. It's pretty woo. You know what I mean? And if you want some more now, I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning, yeah? Just stop on by some other time.
Right, Ice.
Let's see, do you want additional strength at the beginning? Additional damage. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. That's very inexpensive. Let's take that too. Yes, lucrative contract. Excellent. Okay. What's that going to do to the quickness? No, wait. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put that on you, because I almost always have you in the lineup. +9 at the beginning. I like that. Let's try that. Must be our lucky day here. Or I don't know what, Dad. Commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Haub, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then, from out of nowhere, charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst! That's Barker Ashpaws! Real piece of work. Just don't make eye contact. Uh-oh. Barker Ashpaws. He is a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirates who stand against him. Oi! Well, would you look at this lot? You even got one of our own, consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realize. Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rites. Oh, I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot in the high and mighty Nightwings there, but I'm going to make sure all of you regret it. Because why not? Sounds good. Sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the Dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
Well, that's not very nice. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oi, come on you lot! Let's boil some blood! Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with Barker whenever time permits. It's alright, Ruki. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, Minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rites are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. No way. A creature wearing tiny raiments appears at the lone minstrel's side. Oh my god, it's so cute. The little imp is wearing robes. Ah! Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries, the Dissidents. Absurd. The imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the rites as he awaits your guidance. Tizo seems excited to demonstrate some of his favorite tricks. Reader, influencing Tizo may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks, and a mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. Then we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Alright, so playing around with the movement, I notice I can move the terrain here. That is something to think about in the future. I may be able to do that in other fields. Oh, that drains his stamina very rapidly. I'll be to implode. Wow. That really is imploded. Okay, sure. Now, I probably should have played around with him a little bit more before pressing Y to proceed, as I nearly lost this. However, it worked out. Well done as ever, Tizo. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwings?
Now, let us get started.
Equip lucrative contract in your cargo. So we need to equip that. Go ahead and give it the headwind. I'm going to use headwind this time.
Headwind.
Lordos.
Let's see, we're going to use just having a look at her thing.
Joe Dariel.
Okay, using Dariel. And then, of course, I'm going to use the new guy, since he just came on board. And I did remember... It's funny, I remember to change this crest, but I did not think to swap out the one on Ruki, who I couldn't use, because he had the one that gave the Pyre extra
Tizo.
strength or toughness.
Very
I'm not sure
well.
what to call it. Our adversaries shall be quick. Be ready. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys. Let's get 'em.
Begin. The first dousing. Engulfed within the aura.
Alright, so they seem to really like to go first. The dogs like to rush first, try to get the upper hand that way, but then they're easy to...
Jodariel plunged into their pyre.
Uh-oh.
All for
No!
naught.
Oh. Oh god, he just jumped right over me. Just like I do to them. Whoops, said accidental. Nope. Man, I got it.
Jodariel
made it.
doused the adversary's flames.
Alright, you lot. That does it. No more fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Oh my goodness.
Careful now. Your adversary Pyre there seems rather
What?
fired up. Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe? Edwin doused the adversary's flames. Once more like that,
So
and we
close.
are finished here.
No bad choice.
Your pyre weakens. Barker
No.
throws himself into the flames.
Now I started to have some concern.
Bye-bye.
Lost that.
United, but in banishment.
That's when I figured out what the implosion's for. No!
I
So
were
close.
be rather angry. 'Tis what the scribes ordain. That ought to wake you up.
A bit, yes.
Splendid. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. They pulled together ere their pyre sputtered out. The rite is ended.
That ought to show them. Perhaps now they shall learn some humility. Well, well, I'll be a heaping ball of dung, but I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us the what for like that. My boys and I, we'll have to just take you a tad more serious next time. Till then, you just be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything, you hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Very nice. I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? special training. Headwind gains plus 50% more stamina. Tempting. Moon formation. Bearing the orb, Headwind and his allies move with and pass the orb more quickly. Headwind, Sacred Bond. Headwind and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Yeah, kind of like that one. That's how I'm playing at the moment.
A flash of inspiration for next time. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps.
Tizo feels solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. Alright, Tizo. Secrets of the Accursed Imp. Rites mastery is unleashing an imp's latent and somewhat terrifying power. The diminutive imps of the downside turned out to be much more resilient than they first appeared. Elusive nature. While fluttering or zipping, Tizo moves much faster than usual. The Accursed Imp. Flights of the Swallow. Rites mastery is enhancing an imp's utility to the rest of his triumvirate. Without the aid of Haob the Swallow, the fallen Emperor Suliam would never have survived. Moon Sign. If banished, Tizo drops a Moon Sign allies can instantly transport to from their pyre. So I went with this one because I don't know enough to know how to use the other skill yet, but I understand how moving faster is beneficial. So I decided to go down that path for now.
Until the next rite.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. After defeating the Dissidents in a close contest, you return to the wagon to recover from the night's ordeal and figure out how best to proceed. The Dissidents, a triumvirate of anarchists who conduct the rites for sheer thrill, led by the cur, Barker, Ashpaws. You alright, Ruki? Think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him. You always do. I do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Jodariel, the lone minstrel, gazing into the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. You look toward the heavens. Militha, the Bog Star. The Bog Star burns bright over a fetid cavern in flagging hands. Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north, beneath the valley into Flagging Hands. Flagging Hands is a gloom-filled, desolate region of the downside, beyond which lies the sea. A fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. The scribes are watching over us. They will protect us wherever we should go. Had you been to Flagging Hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. If I may, the bleakness of Flagging Hands shall wear upon you to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside. Rookie seems to have something on his mind. You can tell something is troubling Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, chum. Listen, I've got to level with you real quick. You remember Barker, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget, so believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, as you can see by now. But Barker, he's been here longer. He's made quite a name down here. As for me, I needed help, you understand. I had a certain reputation to uphold, so I figured he'd be the one to ask. Then, Rookie hesitates. But then, his familiar grin returns. So what if I am, though, right, chum? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean rich! My little problem with Barker soon is going to take care of itself, just as soon as my people send the money through. So, I'm telling you right here and now, don't you even worry about it. And I'm sure everything on that front is going to end up real tidy, real soon. With that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems Rookie owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly, you are unsure. Okay, and with that, we will end this episode. Thank you for joining me in this tight competition at the rates. And I'm sure there'll be many more exciting ones to come. As for now, take care everyone, and see you next time.